Metsa, you played these guys last year in the playoffs, and it feels like from a physicality standpoint, I don't know, I think it's ramped up a bit from what it was a year ago. Do you see it the same way?
Yeah, I mean, this is 3 straight years. All 3 years I've been here, we played them in the first round. Both rounds. Last time went to 5 games. We play them a lot, and that's just kind of what it comes down to in playoffs. When you see a team over and over and over, there's almost like a relationship, maybe I'd call it. You build on the ice with a team and guys when you see them so many times. And yeah, it's just like no one wants to go home. Everyone hates each other on both sides, and that's kind of what comes out of it.
Is the structure different enough that it's changed this dynamic? The reason I'm trying to say is, like last year, if I look back at that playoff series, I feel like they scored a ton of goals off tips and deflections in front. They're not getting there as easily this year. Is that a byproduct of structure or personnel?
Maybe a little bit of both, or maybe even just learning. We do have an emphasis on, they're really good net front, like you said, and kind of making sure we establish our box out, win the blue paint battle on both sides. And maybe a little bit of it is our D zone. We're just out taking away more time and space, so we're already on them on the wall and kind of prevent them from coming back. But also, I don't know, maybe personnel, like maybe a little bit of everything, honestly. It's not a very good answer for you, but there is an emphasis on controlling the blue paint. Don't let them get there because they're very big, they're strong, and they're very good in that area.
So the blue paint, you said, is an emphasis. I have to think there's an emphasis on controlling emotions as well, because this team seems to be one that wants to lure you in, and that's where the retaliation penalties can take place. Well, this team's PK has been great, but I mean, at the end of the day, they got a 2-time Stanley Cup champion over there shooting on the power play. So how important has it been to show discipline when capable?
It's huge. Like you said, you don't want to give them chances. You don't want to give anything away. But you also don't want to get caught off your game. You don't want to get sucked into the mess that they do try to pull you into, and veer from what we're trying to do. When we play our game against these guys, we've had success this year. When we've struggled, they've been able to pull us into the fight a little bit more and make it a little bit more their style, the style they like to play. So it's very important for us to just kind of keep a level head for the most part and stick to our game.
What has balancing, keeping everything the same? Leo talks about whether it's a Wednesday in January or in the playoffs, nothing changes. The mindset, the composure, all those things. While also, to Andrew's point, understanding the desperation that a team will come on tomorrow night when their season is on the line.
I mean, nobody wants to go home, right? So like you said, their desperation is going to be up. But when you have kind of the consistency and you don't make it, I think naturally it becomes bigger because it's playoff, because it's game 3 when it's a 2-0 series. It becomes bigger having that routine of the same Wednesday in January as in May or June. It gives you that consistency and keeps you in that routine where you step into game day and it feels comfortable. As comfortable as it can be, and then you kind of wake up and you realize what it is, and that's when you start getting amped up and things change a little bit, and that's where that intensity comes from. But you don't want to flip what's been working. It's been working for us all year. There's no reason to change it. And that's kind of what the season's for, is kind of learning what works. So when you do get in these situations where there's a little more stress, you do have kind of a backbone to rely on.
What have you seen from Devin in the calmness? Everybody's talked about the calmness on the bench, all those things. Devin's by himself, and amongst all the chaos, the last 2 games, really all season, seemingly has been a calming figure between them.
He's very good at keeping himself present. Like you said, in between whistles, he's going off and he's meditating or whatever he's doing on the wall. But a lot of the times there seems to be a lot of chaos around him, where the game gets chaotic and he's steady, and that's exactly what you want out of a starting goaltender.
I feel like everybody said, but it's probably not said from Devin, just understanding how important, whether it's NHL, AHL, what a hot goalie and a good goalie can do in a playoff run. Is that maybe just in the back of your guy's mind and you don't tell him?
Yeah, no, obviously we don't, but he also wants to be the guy. He wants to be He wants to be the reason we win every night, and he puts that pressure on himself, but he's very good at handling it. It doesn't slow him down in any way. It motivates him. And yeah, it's awesome to have. It helps us on the bench knowing you have a guy like that who's so steady, no matter what's going on. Gives us a little more freedom to play.
To repeat what the slogan is on your shirt, but what does it mean to you and this team?
It started early, even in preseason, and it's just kind of been I don't even know. It's a source of motivation, a source of, I don't know if I'd say hope, but I'll go back to motivation, kind of just that extra little bit that you have to give to win games or to have success in the pros or to win a playoff series. It's just it gives us that little bit extra juice and something to think about when times get tough.